Ed, let's just talk about the earnings. Outside of recoveries, GFC, the pandemic, strip that out. Outside of recoveries, when was the last time earnings season and projections for earnings were this good?
I don't really recall anything like this. It's been extraordinary. The first quarter earnings expectations really weren't all that bad coming into the first quarter earnings season. Actually, they were holding up pretty well, and instead they turned out to be much better. And on top of that, the analysts are raising their second, third, and fourth quarter numbers. So now it looks as though we're going to have something like an 18% year-over-year increase in the first quarter. And for the year as a whole, they're expecting 24%. And that's definitely unprecedented. That's the kind of double-digit gains you see coming out of a recession. You don't see it in an economy that's been growing for a while.
Ed, looking across industry groups, the semis right now make up about 18% of the S&P 500. How much heavy lifting are the chip players doing?
Well, I think that's part of the story, but we're also seeing that the earnings expectations for the small caps and the mid caps have been going up to record highs. Those two areas of the market were actually sort of in a coma, flatlining since 2022 in terms of earnings expectations. And then over the past 6 months or so, we've suddenly seen them picking up and going to new record highs. So I think earnings breadth is actually improving. And if that's the case, that should lead to an improvement in the breadth of the.
In just 4 trading sessions, Nvidia increased its market worth by more than $550 billion. The chipmaker's current value surpasses that of the whole Indian stock market. Strong results are anticipated by analysts to serve as Nvidia's next trigger. Nvidia's remarkable ascent has transcended the realm of the stock market. The global equity markets are currently being reshaped by the artificial intelligence chipmakers' rise above a $5 trillion market valuation, which is redefining the dominance of technology corporations and revealing the extent to which investor capital is drawn to AI-related industries. On Monday, Nvidia's stock increased by an additional 2% to close at a record $209.44, continuing a 4-session surge that has increased the company's market worth by about $550 billion. This is the company's third record closing high of the year. Nvidia's stock has already increased by 13% in that time alone, bringing its worth to almost $5.4 trillion, the largest of any listed firm worldwide. The increase comes ahead of Nvidia's eagerly awaited May 20th earnings release, which analysts believe might spur the stock further as demand for AI infrastructure keeps rising. The extent of Nvidia's growth is now being compared to stock markets and entire economies, not simply businesses, larger than the stock market in India. As of May 11th, Nvidia's market capitalization was over $5.1 trillion, more than the anticipated $4.9 trillion total value of the Indian stock market. Over 5,000 listed firms in industries including banking, manufacturing, energy, consumer products, and technology make up India's equities market. However, Nvidia is now worth more than all of them put together. The market capitalization of Nvidia was almost $370 billion 5 years ago. Since then, the company's worth has increased by around $4.7 trillion, or about 14 times in just 60 months. India's market capitalization, which peaked in September 2024 at $5.66 trillion, has been under pressure. An erosion of almost $750 billion is represented by the drop to current levels. Due to ongoing foreign investor withdrawals, high crude oil prices, and ongoing geopolitical concerns involving the US, Iran, and Israel, India's share of the world market capitalization has also fallen below 3% for the first time in 4 years. India's market capitalization share was 2.996% as of May 11th, down from a record of 4.71% in September 2024. According to analysts, markets like the US, Taiwan, and South Korea that are thought to be directly benefiting from the AI boom have seen an increase in worldwide investor flows. In recent months, Christopher Wood has frequently referred to India as a reverse AI trade, claiming that investors have shifted their money from Indian stocks to AI-driven markets. More recently, Ruchir Sharma, chairman of Rockefeller International and founder and chief investment officer of Breakout Capital, told the Indian Express that international investors were becoming more indifferent to Indian stocks because there didn't seem to be much of an AI play in India. Due to increased volatility, Indian benchmarks have had difficulty this year. In 2026, the Nifty has down 9%, while the Sensex has dropped 11%. With the BSE Midcap 150 index staying mostly unchanged and the BSE Smallcap 250 index seeing small increases, broader market indices have demonstrated more resilience, greater than the S&P 500's healthcare industry. The increasing concentration of technology in U.S. markets is another factor contributing to Nvidia's rise. According to Barron's, the company is now worth more than the S&P 500 index's entire healthcare sector, which consists of 59 businesses with a combined market value of over $5.2 trillion. The benchmark index's weighting of the healthcare industry has dropped to an all-time low of about 8%. In comparison, the technology sector currently makes up about 37% of the S&P 500 and has a record market capitalization of more than $23 trillion. Technology-related companies make up about half of the benchmark index when companies like Amazon, Alphabet, and Meta Platforms are taken into account. The State Street Technology Select Sector, SPDR ETF, which covers the S&P 500 technology sector, has seen a 24% growth this year, far surpassing the S&P 500's overall 9% return, bigger than the majority of economies. As Nvidia's size increases, the comparisons surrounding its valuation have become more dramatic. Only China and the United States presently generate more economic output yearly than Nvidia's market value, according to nominal GDP predictions from the International Monetary Fund. The UK, Germany, Japan, and India are all below the $5 trillion mark. Analysts and pundits have increasingly noted that Nvidia would have the third largest economy in the world if it were a nation, demonstrating the magnitude of the company's growth. In intraday trading in late 2025, Nvidia first surpassed the $5 trillion value mark. On April 24, 2026, the company finally closed over that level as investors rushed back to chip stocks ahead of significant technology earnings. At that time, CNBC said that the market value of Nvidia is equivalent to about 2 Amazon companies, 6 JP Morgan Chase companies, 10 Exxon Mobil companies, or 25 the Walt Disney Company firms. According to earlier estimates from Deutsche Bank, Nvidia already accounted for about 3.6% of the world's GDP when its valuation surpassed $4 trillion. The next catalyst is expected to be earnings. Nvidia's stock has underperformed several of its semiconductor competitors this year, despite the company's enormous surge. Nvidia's stock has increased by roughly 15% so far in 2026, trailing advances in Intel and advanced micro devices, which have profited from rising investor interest in central processing units and AI inference. According to independent expert Richard Windsor, the gold-plated investment in AI, Nvidia, is currently stagnating while the second in line is reaching new highs virtually daily. Additionally, as they are quickly turning into a bottleneck, the market's focus has shifted from chip supply to electrical supply and CPUs, according to Richard Windsor. Nevertheless, ahead of Nvidia's earnings next week, Wall Street is still overwhelmingly optimistic. First quarter sales is predicted by analysts to increase by 78% year over year to around $78.6 billion. We anticipate a solid report. Ben Reitzes, an analyst at Melius Research, stated in a research note that there was a significant beat and increase. Ben Reitzes continued, Nvidia shares trade at a stunning 50% discount to shares of AMD, adjusted for the impact of stock options, and well below its long-term growth rate. At $380, Ben Reitzes now has the highest Wall Street price target for Nvidia shares. The company is presently rated as a buy by 65 out of 70 analysts covering it, according to FactSet data. In recent years, Nvidia stock has given many investors a clear route to enormous profits. Due to the company's leadership in the artificial intelligence, AI chip industry, and its early success with AI-driven earnings growth, investors have poured money into the stock. Nvidia was the first to market with the most potent product, and its emphasis on innovation has allowed it to maintain its lead even if other companies also produce AI chips. Quarter after quarter, record sales levels and tremendous profitability have resulted from all of this. The question has been when to invest in this player rather than whether to purchase Nvidia stock. For instance, some investors have bought shares ahead of a significant conference, in the hopes that fresh information about impending product launches will cause the price to rise. Given that May 20th is a potential catalyst, you may be thinking if you should buy the stock now. History provides a startlingly obvious solution: enhancing big language models. Let's begin by reviewing Nvidia's current narrative. As previously stated, the business is the world's leading designer of AI chips, providing graphics processing units, GPUs, that accelerate important operations like massive language model inference and training. Nvidia serves clients of cloud service providers as well as the largest tech businesses in the world, including Microsoft and Meta platforms. Revenue and net profit have increased dramatically in recent years as a result of all of this. Revenue increased by 65% to $215 billion in the most recent full year. With a pledge to update its processors every year, Nvidia takes pleasure in its consistent innovation, and the next update is almost here. Later this year, the business plans to release its Vera Rubin system. Nvidia has been able to maintain a higher revenue charge and stay ahead of competitors because, to this. It's also crucial to remember that Nvidia is more than just a chip manufacturer. In addition to providing business software and platforms tailored to different industries like healthcare and automotive, it manufactures entire systems. Additionally, Nvidia has broadened the application of its AI systems in a variety of industries. For instance, last year it announced an AI platform for 6G and telecom, and more recently, it released an AI model family to enhance quantum computing. All of this keeps Nvidia at the forefront and makes it extremely tough for clients to avoid the company when pursuing AI. Therefore, there's reason to be hopeful about Nvidia keeping the lead and making a wise long-term investment, even though other chip designers might also succeed as the AI story develops. Nvidia is the biggest company in the world, with a market valuation of $5.4 trillion. It provides data centers with the most popular graphics processing units, GPUs, which are the primary processors used to drive the development of artificial intelligence, AI. There is currently significantly more demand than supply for this gear, which is still expanding quickly. Alphabet is the second biggest firm in the world, with a $4.8 trillion market capitalization. It runs a very varied portfolio of internet companies such as Waymo, YouTube, Google Cloud, and Google Search. In an effort to take on Nvidia, the corporation has even ventured into the data center CPU industry. Which of these businesses has the best chance of reaching a $10 trillion valuation first in the future? The Nvidia case. One of the most sought-after AI chips available today is Nvidia's GB300 data center GPU. Based on the company's Blackwell architecture, it can outperform the company's 2022 released Hopper-based H100 GPU by up to 50 times in some settings. However, when it begins selling commercial quantities of its new Vera Rubin platform in the second half of this year, Nvidia will raise the stakes once further. The Rubin GPU, the Vera CPU, and improved networking hardware are all part of Vera Rubin. According to Nvidia, users of the platform will be able to train AI models with 75% fewer GPUs, resulting in a 90% decrease in the price of AI inference tokens. To put it another way, Vera Rubin will significantly reduce the cost of implementing AI software, which should encourage broader adoption of such software and, consequently, increase demand for Nvidia's CPUs. In order to significantly boost infrastructure expenditure among some of its largest data center clients, including OpenAI, Anthropic, Alphabet, Amazon, Microsoft, and Meta platforms, the company is relying on this flywheel effect. In its fiscal year 2026, Nvidia's overall sales increased by 65% year over year to $215.9 billion. However, according to analysts, Wall Street expects its growth to pick up speed in fiscal 2027, reaching 71% and generating $370 billion in revenue. This demonstrates the amazing momentum of the business. I think Nvidia may easily reach a $10 trillion market capitalization. The company's stock is selling at a price-to-earnings (PE) ratio of 43.9 based on its adjusted, non-GAAP earnings of $4.77 per share. However, given Wall Street's projections for fiscal 2027, it is currently trading at a forward PE of only 25.8. Nvidia's 10-year average PE, meanwhile, is 61.7. To trade in line with that average, its stock would need to rise by 139% over the course of the following year, resulting in a $12 trillion market capitalization. Alphabet's case. Investors were concerned that Alphabet would suffer as the AI boom began to gain up steam in early 2023, since chatbots were offering a simple new way to access information online without using conventional search engines like Google Search. However, by deliberately utilizing AI to enhance its search experience, the company has completely dispelled such worries. Alphabet developed AI Overviews and AI Mode, two new capabilities for Google Search, based on their potent Gemini large language models. While clicking on AI Mode takes users to a chatbot-style interface where they may ask follow-up questions and delve deeper, Overviews employ text, graphics, and links to external sources to create direct replies to user queries. According to Alphabet, these characteristics are driving the expansion of searches overall. Actually, during the first quarter, Google Search generated a record $60.4 billion in revenue. That represented a 19% gain over the same period last year, and it was the fourth quarter in a row that the growth rate picked up speed. Another of Alphabet's rapidly expanding AI ventures is Google Cloud. It runs data centers using the newest hardware from vendors like Nvidia and leases the processing power to businesses. But as an alternative to Nvidia's GPUs, Alphabet just introduced its 8th-generation Tensor Processing Unit, TPU. While the 8i offers up to 80% greater performance per dollar than its predecessor for AI inference, the 8T offers 3 times more processing power for AI training. Alphabet's stock is currently trading at a P/E ratio of 30.5 from a value standpoint. Compared to the Nasdaq 100's average P/E of 35.6, that represents a tiny discount, indicating that Alphabet is undervalued in comparison to its big tech competitors. Alphabet would still need to almost treble its earnings to support a $10 trillion market valuation, even with a small amount of multiple expansion, a higher P/E ratio. Even in the age of AI, that might take several years. The decision. I believe Nvidia will surpass Alphabet in the race to reach the $10 trillion milestone based on the current data. However, there is a warning. Because businesses would only make significant investments to replace their data center infrastructure once every few years, the semiconductor sector has historically been extremely cyclical. The upgrade cycle has been shortened to 12 months, and often even shorter, thanks to the AI revolution, but this necessitates an unsustainable rate of spending from some of Nvidia's largest clients. Investors won't feel comfortable paying a high P/E multiple for Nvidia stock if their investment on data center infrastructure starts to slow down, which could cause its market capitalization to plummet. Therefore, I believe Alphabet has a higher chance of sustaining that kind of market size over time, even though Nvidia is more likely to reach a $10 trillion valuation first. Its P/E ratio regularly trades at or below the Nasdaq 100's P/E, which is far more sustainable, and it has a more diverse business.